morning, everyone, and thank you, or good afternoon. Thank you for joining the California Department of Veterans Affairs for state and federal employment in partnership with CSU Los Angeles. I would like to bring to everybody's attention that we are being recorded, and by logging in, you are agreeing to be a part of our recording. This recording will be open and available to you within 10 days so that you can share the benefit information and all the other tips and tricks for employment with others, and you could also look at it for future reference. My name is Jennifer Redquist, and I'm proud to say I'm a CalTAP training coordinator with the California Department of Veterans Affairs. Additionally, I'm a veteran myself. I grew up a military brat. I'm a military spouse and the mother to 3 active duty service members. With saying that, I want to let you all know that CalVet and everyone that is here today is passionate about getting resources and benefits to you and helping you on your journey. Please, I want to also say thank you so much for your service. We understand at CalVet, uniformed or not, whether you're a veteran yourself, you're the service member yourself, you are a spouse, a family member, we all know that you guys serve uniformed or not. And we want to say thank you, and please reach out if you need anything at all. So just a little bit of housekeeping before we begin. I'm excited you guys all joined today's presentation because it's packed with great information that I know is going to make an impact on your employment journey there. In addition to myself, Michael Cisneros is another CalTAP training coordinator, and he is here running the back end, adding resources to the chat associated with the topics discussed. Additionally, he'll be in the Q&A section. That's where we ask that you guys put all of your questions in. As the presentation goes on, you can put those questions in there. Michael can answer them directly, or we can, and we will address all of those at the end of the presentation, because more times than not, if you had a question, somebody else also did. In addition to myself and Michael, we are also joined here by Seven Mason. He is the benefits coordinator for the VRC at Los Angeles. We're also here with our local interagency network coordinator, Anthony Rodriguez. And finally, Emmanuel and EO is also here from the California Workforce Connections. All right, let's get started with the overview. Emmanuel, if you would like, you can turn off your camera until it's time for you to present.
Okay.
Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you.
So here's the CalVet overview. We start with explaining who we are. So the top here, we have the federal VA. That's the big VA. Then there's a state entity, which is CalVet. CalVet is the state entity, and every state in the United States has a Veterans Department for their state. So if you move to Texas, there's going to be a Texas Department of Veterans Affairs. There's a Utah Department of Veterans Affairs. So all you need to do is Google whatever state you want to go into, or if you're trying to help one of your friends in another state, just Google that state Veterans Department. The next thing is there's the county offices. Each county in the state of California has a county veteran service office. All you have to do is Google whatever county you are in, veteran service office. And last thing, we have service providers. Now, the important thing to remember about all of these different entities is that we work with each other, not for each other. So we just want to get benefits to you and make it easier for you to access them. Since the big VA is so huge, it's hard to get to everybody. So that's why there's the state entity. California is still pretty big. So we want to keep on getting closer to you. And that's why there's the county entities. And then there's the service providers also. So remember, we all are different, and we don't work for each other, we work with each other. So what is CalTAP? CalTAP was designed to inform and connect veterans of all eras to their earned federal and state benefits as your needs change at a time. We like to say that verbatim because we want you to know that we understand that your needs are going to change over time. And we want to give you information at your fingertips 24/7. And we've done this through creating 5 different pathways. And one of those pathways is employment pathway, but the other ones are curriculum, education, entrepreneurship, and service providers. Service providers is a pathway for those that work with veterans and their families. We want to help those that work with veterans know what the needs are and what you guys are looking for and the hardships that you face so they can better help you. Earlier today, I said CalVet is here for you. We are here for you. We are here for you cradle to grave. And when we say cradle to grave, this is kind of a life cycle map of us being there for you because we know your needs change. The things that you need while you're in the military are definitely not the same things that you need as you're transitioning out, after you separate, after you retire from a permanent job, and as you age. So we want you to know that we are here for you, not just today, but for the rest of your lives, and to continue to support you and your families after you move on. This is our Veterans Resource Book. It is like gold, everybody. You don't know what you don't know. Michael's going to put this in the chat for us. You can download it anytime, or you can go onto our website, and I'll show you how to find it on our website. But this has all your state and federal benefits in it. I can tell you, I've seen other states' books, and they are definitely not as comprehensive as this. So pick up one of these books, look at it, see what benefits you're interested in, and if you want more information, you can ask us those questions. This is our website. It is extremely user-friendly. Do not be afraid of rabbit holes in this presentation or in this website, because those rabbit holes lead to benefits. Benefits lead to money in your pocket. So please, please, please explore this and do not be afraid of getting lost. If you get lost, all you have to do is click in the top left-hand corner where it says CalVet. I also circled some other really quick things that you can get into really quickly. I circled CalTAP, which is our portal, which brings you to all those different pathways as I was telling you about earlier. And then we have Find Local CVSO. All the county offices are listed in this once you click on this link right here. You just click on whatever county you're in. It'll show the times that they're open. It'll show their address, their phone numbers. All that information is going to be at your fingertips when you click on that. And lastly, I have circled down there is the resource book. You can click on that and download that and share that anytime you would like to. But if you're looking for education benefits, you just click on that little icon that looks like a graduation cap. If you're looking for housing, it's that little house on the top. Everything's just very, very easy to use. Please explore this website at your leisure. What are the benefits? I'm just going to give you a snapshot of what the benefits are. Get your feet wet and acquainted with it. We could definitely answer your questions. If you want to give us a call at any time, you can send me an email. However you want to do it, we can go step by step about how to apply for these and explore them more. But the first benefit we have here is the college tuition fee waiver. That's going to waive the tuition at any state-funded school for dependents of veterans with a rating of 0% to 100% rating. That's right, 0% rating by the federal VA can get your kids to school for free in the state of California at public state schools. That's community, state, and universities. Please reach out to me if you'd like more information about that program. The next thing is the veteran designation or driver's license. You get the word veteran put on your driver's license. All you do is take your DD form 214 to your county office, and they will give you the form to get the DMV, and you'll have the word veteran on your driver's license. You no longer have to carry around your DD form 214 to prove that you are a veteran when you're going out to get those discounts. All you have to do is show your license. Motor vehicle registration fee waiver in the state of California. If you have a 100% rating and you have a disability that interferes with your mobility, so that's hip pain, back pain, breathing, knees, ankles, any of those things, and you have a 100% rating, you can apply for the motor vehicle registration fee waiver. It's going to waive the registration fees of one of your vehicles. So if that applies to you, please go to the county office and they will set you up with the paperwork to take to DMV to get that started for you. Reduced fishing and hunting license and no cost to state park passes. Those are open to veterans with a 50% rating or higher. To apply for fishing and hunting, you'll just go to wildlife.ca.gov. For parks, you're just going to parks.ca.gov, and everything can be done online. It's great and easy. Disabled veteran property tax exemption. If you are a veteran with 100% permanent and total rating, you can take that rating to your county assessor's office where you pay your taxes, your property taxes, that is. Show them your letter from the VA and they will be connected to your property. You will then be exempt $150,000 of your property taxes. So that means if you have a house that's being assessed at $500,000 for taxes, you are now going to be only assessed at $350,000. That's going to be about $1,700 to $2,000 savings per year, which turns out to be almost $200 per month on your mortgage. Next thing is CalVet home loans. CalVet lends, process, close, and for life of the loan, we are going to service your home loan. We want to get California veterans and their families into homes. We are not commission-based, so please reach out to us if you're interested in buying a home. We are going to find you a loan, whether it be with us or somebody else, but we want to help you get into homes. Please reach out to us. The next two resources are Women's Division and the Minorities Division. Both of them are information, advocacy, and outreach for those different demographics. And then we have Veterans Homes of California. Those are homes for long-term care. The costs of them are based on the level of care needed and also the veteran's income. So no one is going to go bankrupt ensuring that their loved one is taken well care of and they're living out their lives in a fantastic home for long-term care with dental, medical, and all the different resources that they need, and the livelihood and being with their comrades. The last thing is Veteran Cemeteries and Burials in the state of California. Calvet services 3 cemeteries in the state of California, soon to be 4, that are in addition to the federal cemeteries in the state of California. I gave you a lot of information. I went really quickly because we want to get to the meat and potatoes of this workshop. So please provide your non-DoD email address to caltap@calvet.ca.gov and ask us whatever you want to explore more on. And also sign up for the newsletters that we'll send out monthly that will have the different workshops that are happening. And if there's new laws and benefits that are out there for veterans, we'll send you a newsletter that says, hey, there's a new law. All veterans now can have a discount on XYZ or whatever it may be. Register on My Calvet, that's our website, or you can find us on social media. I highly recommend the YouTube channel. That is where you're going to find this recorded webinar and hundreds more on anything and everything you can think of. If there's something that's not on there, let us know, and we will create a workshop on whatever topic that you're thinking. And last but not least, attend webinars. That's the best way to stay informed about benefits in the state of California and benefits to veterans. I'm going to hand the floor over now to Anthony Rodriguez. He is our local emergency network coordinator for Los Angeles, Ventura counties.
Well, thank you. Appreciate pleasure to be here. Pleasure to work with all of you guys. And I want to talk to you all about what I do very quickly. Next page. I am a local interagency network coordinator. And what I do, excuse me, what we do as links is that the two most important things we do, I guess this is how we can help you, is we connect veterans, reservists, National Guardsmen, and their families to veteran benefits. So that would include filing VA claims and not just giving you an 800 number, but actually connecting you to someone we know and trust, how to get other benefits, whether they're federal or VA or even local, emergency housing, education, healthcare, mental health, and employment assistance. So I think all of us kind of pride ourselves on all of the contacts that we have that we work with quite often. Emmanuel is going to come on and talk about unemployment, and he's someone that I know personally, and that's why he's here, because he was recommended. We also help with the entire, that is us as links, we help you with the entire process of benefits that you may go into or that you may look for. So we can help you on the federal side. We can help you with statewide. In other words, with Calvet and EDD, which Emmanuel is a part of, DOR, Department of Rehab, and other agencies, like including schools and veteran resource centers. Regionally, in my area, that would be some of the local nonprofits like JVS, US Vets, Cohen Clinic, and so on. And then countywide, each county is different, but we also offer, but they often offer a lot of the same type benefits. In Los Angeles County, we have a county Department of Military and Veteran Affairs, but there's also a group called VPAN, Veteran Peer Access Network, and a county of Department of Mental Health. Those are just a couple, 2 or 3 of the many agencies that we all offer. And the point is that we can help you when you come to us, because we can make the referral. We can help you understand how things work. Next page, please. So as I mentioned, what we do is provide outreach to bases, military bases, veterans, National Guardsmen. We do a lot of events. We do a lot of briefings with a lot of organizations. I think part of one of the biggest things we do is help people understand what is everybody's part. What do the feds do? What do the state do? What part do they play? Where does the county and nonprofit? Who are the go-to people? And we can help and recommend those to people, to you as needed. We also are called to provide leadership. Occasionally, we'll be asked to represent the state and, speak for the state. And if there's an emergency, as we have had in California, we are kind of activated or deployed, so to speak, and we go to respective counties and provide care for veterans, National Guard, and reservists in any area that they may need. Next page. These are the most common requests that I get on a day-to-day basis. And this is the page where, after you're done, you ask yourself, how can that link guy help me? This is how I can help you. If you want to know the difference between the VA educational programs and CalVet's educational programs, if you want to understand in general, how does the VA work? If you want to know what benefits come from what agencies, federal, state, city, and so on. If you want individual contacts of people, not just toll-free numbers, for mental health, healthcare, employment, education, and so on, I can help you. What are the differences between the home loan, the federal VA home loan, and CalVet? I can help guide you. Descriptions of how we use the CalTAP. I think Jennifer just did a great job in that, but we could talk a little bit more about that. Local contacts at the colleges with the veteran resource centers. We can help you there. And then also different kind of benefits. Next page, please. This last page is a map of all the other links in the state. You can see their names and contact information. Wherever you are in California, there's someone like myself who's ready to help you. And hopefully Michael can put that on the screen, that page. And or if you move, you got a job or you go to a different school, there's somebody there that can help you out. Next page. This is my contact and my email address. So I carry that mobile number right with me, and you can call me and I'll be happy to help you in any way. So thank you for being here. I'll turn it back over to Jen and she'll take you through the rest. Thank you much.
Thank you so much, Anthony, for that presentation and also for everything that you do in the Los Angeles area. You are such a wealth of information and such a huge resource to veterans and their families there. So please reach out to him. He is very knowledgeable. If you need somebody in that area and having a hard time contacting him, he usually has a back door of some sort to get a hold of them. So please use him as a resource. Please give him a call. He is so incredibly knowledgeable and caring. All right, let's move on with the employment section. So living post-military life, career building. So on our life cycle map, it's going to be right here under self-care and career planning and building. When you click on the CalTAP portal that I showed you on that main page of the website, you're just going to click on employment pathway. And from there, you'll have different modules, including job search, resume writing, federal employment, state employment, all kinds of different information is on this pathway. And inside of each one of these modules are documents and links to assist you in those different modules. So I like to point out a few different really cool resources to use when you're getting your resume ready or you're getting your application ready. These are some different resources that can help you with that. The first one I like to talk about is Hire Heroes USA, because I personally have used them myself, and my husband, who is retired 26 years, actually also used Hire Heroes USA. We use them to translate our resume into civilian lingo from the military lingo. How we did this was that we used first Resume Engine, and resumeengine.org is a great tool to use online that you can actually do a master resume in. Put your master resume in there using your personal information files, your performance reports, whatever it is, you can just click and drag. And then from there, with that master resume that's kind of a little bit messy, that's what you're going to give to Hire Heroes. And they're going to make a beautiful federal resume, or they'll make a beautiful civilian resume from there. Another great resource is Career One Stop. They're great because they can help in this website. It's got a wealth of information to how to write a resume, how to write a thank you note, how to write an opening letter, where the career fairs are, all kinds of different great stuff on there. If you want to research more about a specific career field you want to go into, you can also go into here and find out what the outlook for that career field is. You can find out also, they have job boards from there that will link you into the job that you're looking for also. It's just such a great one-stop shop for career advancement or career exploration. ONET is also another great way to research different jobs. And Work for Warriors is an organization, they're a nonprofit, open to veterans and their families to help you get jobs. They can help with making that resume look better. They can help you with interview prep, all kinds of great things here. Everything that I'm telling you guys about on this resume and job assistance is all absolutely free. So please reach out and use these free tools, these few free resources to really maximize your brand to get a job. Networking is very important. LinkedIn is a great way to network with individuals that may work in a department that you want to work for, whether it be a state or even a federal department. You can link up with those different people or different departments through LinkedIn. And for the first year after you separate the military, it's absolutely free for the premium package. That means you can find out who's actually looking at your LinkedIn account, which is great news, because if you're interviewing for a job and somebody Googles you and finds you in LinkedIn, they can find out more information about you, and you can see that they've been looking you up. So it's a really great tool to use and maximize, again, employment opportunities. So ChatGPT, we like to bring this up because sometimes it's really hard to translate what you did in the military to how it translates onto civilian sector. So we do not use this verbatim, do not copy and paste this into your resumes or your applications, but use this to help translate your stuff. So you could put in your career field that you were in the military and ask ChatGPT to tell you how it relates to the civilian sector. As you can see, I have one here for motor transport operator into civilian terms, and it's got skills and responsibilities, expertise, negotiating, or navigating technology, communication, all sorts of great stuff is in there. So you can read through there, see what fits of your experience and put that in your resume and your applications. It's really great stuff. Now we're going to go into state employment. And why even work for the state? It's the largest employer in the state of California. We have lots of different agencies throughout the state of California, from the top all the way to the bottom, geological locations, great salary and benefit packages off the bat, and vast career opportunities. More times than not, whatever you did in the military can definitely translate and you can come and work for the state. And stability there. You're not going to lose your job because everything went under because of COVID. When COVID happened, all of us state workers still had a job. We all adapted and we all adjusted and worked remotely, and we're given the tools to do that remotely. So nobody lost a job. Once you pass your probation, you have reinstatement rights and you have stability. And as long as you're doing what you're supposed to be doing and you're showing up to work, you're going to have a job. So that's really great. And every single month you're going to get your paycheck, which also is another benefit to working for the state. The benefits are really great. We have a CalPERS pension plan, which is fantastic. And then we have the Savings Plus plan, which is a lot like your TSP that you guys, a lot of military service members, veterans had invested in. We have comprehensive health, dental, and vision. So our health plans can range from Kaiser, United Healthcare, United Concordia, Blue Cross Blue Shield. It's up to you which program you want to be a part of, but it's all very affordable. And there's definitely some great choices and great coverage out there for you. Dental and vision, the same thing. You have lots of different options when it comes to your dental and vision, and it covers a lot of great stuff. I get my glasses once a year, and dental, it covers quite a bit of my dental also. A lot more than it did as a dependent on TRICARE or on the other programs that was there. So really good benefit package. Employee assistance programs. A lot of time, there's times in our lives where we need a little extra help, and the employee assistance program is there to assist with therapy, with lawyers, with whatever it is that is causing your work-life balance to be unbalanced. There is a program to assist you to get back on your feet and get back balanced. We have paid training, and we have holidays, sick leave, and vacation that you're going to occur day one, and also military leave. If you're still serving as a reservist, you can have military leave and double dip, basically 30 days of the year. So you'll get paid from your reserves and also get paid for being at the state still. Employment opportunities at Calvet. Calvet wants you guys. We absolutely do. So please, please, please give us a call if you're interested. I can show you where to find the jobs on our website, but we have this is just a little snapshot of different things that are offered at Calvet. We have IT associates, we have attorneys, we have nurses, we have dentists, we have CalTAP training coordinators here. We have links. I mean, Anthony's got a fantastic job living in the Los Angeles area, and his job is to make relationships and make connections with people in order to connect veterans to services and resources. That's his job, and that's a job at Calvet. Security guards, another one. Veterans claims representative. You can help people with their claims reps. Lots of great stuff. You can even be a mechanic for Calvet. So really great opportunities. The Wounded Warriors Transitional Leave Act, the sick leave, this is open to all state workers. If you have a disability and of 30% or more, you are granted 96 hours day one, as soon as you get that rating, of sick leave to use for medical treatment or for service-connected disability. So when you start working for the state, if you already have your disability rating, when you're signing up for all the different benefits and such, let them know that you are service connected, and they will make sure that you are set up with your 96 hours right away. So you can go to the county office if you need to go to the county office to deal with your claims, or the VA, or maybe you just have TBI and you're having some headaches or things associated with that. You can use those hours for that. Now, if you get your rating after you start with the state, the 30% after you start with the state, you still have 1 year from when you got that rating. So for instance, if I got a rating today for 50%, then I would be eligible. I just take my form to my HR department. The HR department puts it on file, and I have 1 year that I can be used for my 96 hours. So veterans preference, all state jobs offer veterans preference. Now, veterans preference is a really, really great benefit to get your foot in the door with working for the state. Veterans preference basically will add your name to the top of the rankings for any examination for the state. So all our state jobs, or the majority, like 90-something% of the state jobs, require that you take a test. Sometimes it's not really even, we say test or exam, but sometimes it's just like, tell us about your experience doing X, Y, and Z. So it's just making sure that you're qualified to be applying for the positions that you're applying for. When you take that exam, it'll rank you on how it'll score you. And as long as you get a 70%, you will be ranked as if you got 100%. The great thing about that is that when all the applications come in for the hiring managers, they look at the stack from 100%ers down. So it's pretty much a guarantee that if if you get looked at if your application goes forward to the hiring manager, your application will be viewed, one of the first ones to be viewed. So it just really does give you a leg up to get started. You can only use it one time. So once you get your foot in the door, you cannot use it again. But it really does help out quite a bit. A lot of veterans can get a job within 6 months of, trying versus their civilian counterparts. It could take a year and a half to get in with the state. So please apply for Veterans Preference. The form is very easy, and you turn in your DD Form 214 with that. To apply for that and to find that form, you're going to go to jobs.ca.gov. Michael can put that in the chat, and this is where it's going to land you. I've circled a few different things here, but at the bottom it says veterans. That's what you're going to click, and that's how you're going to get that form for that veterans preference. I also have circled here create login and account. You're going to click on that to get started. You're going to put in information, like basic information, like how to contact you, your name, things like that, to create the account. Once you create the account, then you can start searching for those jobs and applying for those jobs. I recommend when you do any search on any platform, you always do an advanced job search. And you can search by location, you can search by amount of money you want to make, you can search by career field, you can search by a lot of different things, but always do an advanced search. That way you kind of narrow down what you're looking at, because it can be very overwhelming if you're looking at every state job that's available right now in the state of California. So I went over a lot of information, and I want you to know that we are here for you. So if you are truly interested in getting a state job and you want to go step by step, through getting a state job, you can definitely email me or call me up and we can go through that. But I also have here the different resources that I talked about during the presentation. And also at the end of this presentation, I'm going to have a QR code for a PDF of this presentation. And Michael also put that PDF in the chat for you guys. Here's my email. Here is our phone number here. At the end of the presentation, I'll have my phone number. But the last thing I want to bring to your attention is the Veterans Crisis Line. It's 988. It used to be a very long number, but now it's very simple, like 911. That simple. It's 988. 988, and if you press 1, it's for veterans. So if you or another student or a friend of yours or somebody on the street is in crisis, you know where to call. It's 988, and you press 1 for veterans. All right, I'm done with my portion of the presentation. I'm going to hand the floor over to Emmanuel. He's going to go over the federal employment side, which is a huge side to navigate. So I'm really glad that we have a subject matter expert on this that can walk you through that. Are you there, Emmanuel?
I am.
Great. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I work with the state of California. I'm also a local veteran employment representative with the state of California. And we work with job seekers, veterans and non-veterans. So I'm glad to be sharing with you guys some information today. Please go to the next slide. Great. To talk about federal employment, I think we're going to be touching on how you get back into the workforce if you were in the military, and if you weren't, or this is your first attempt at going into the workforce, then getting into the workforce would apply to you. We'll be looking at job readiness, job exploration, and the application process and the hiring process. So let's start with step number 1, getting back into the workforce. You want to contact the America's Job Center nearest to you. Sometimes when we do this presentation myself with Anthony at the Air Force Base, we have transitioning service members going back to their home state. So I often like to talk about the America's Job Center of any of the state. They should look for it. They'll find one closest to them. In California, we have the Employment Development Department working with some partner agencies to provide workforce services, and that formulates our workforce services branch. Within that branch, you have the Veteran Services Program. With that program, you do have veterans who are working for the state, who are dedicated to assisting you as a veteran or the spouse of a veteran or the dependent of a veteran. You get services at the EDD looking at that just to get you back into the workforce. And then we also have non-dedicated staff like the employment program representative when you go to an EDD office, okay, or an America's Job Center. They'll help you to navigate through all of our different services, okay? We do have veteran service navigators. When you open up an account or set up your profile with the EDD, they will help to ensure that your veteran service records are inputted into the system, okay, which is a very, very important tool. Jennifer just mentioned about veteran preference when you're trying to get into employment within the state. It applies in the federal system too. And that's part of what the Veteran Service Navigator is going to be helping you with. We also have the Veteran Career Specialist for people who may just need some minimal service to assist them in getting back into the workforce. They'll work with such a person. Then for veterans who have service-connected issues, they may qualify for case management, which is part of our intensive services. The DVOP, Disabled Veteran Outreach Program Specialist, would be a case manager that will be assigned to them. And why would you need such a person? Or what would they be doing with you? They'll assist you with either getting back to school, getting supportive services, all of the things that you need to get yourself ready to go back into the workforce. They'll help you with your resume. They'll help you with interview preparation. And then, of course, you also have in that team the local veteran employment representative. That person works mostly with the employers because of the vast network of employers, both government employers and private sector employers. The lever, the local veteran employment representative, is a great resource in terms of referrals of job seekers to employers, be it state, federal, city, county positions, and private sector employers. Next slide, please. Job readiness. Once you've taken care of all of the supportive services, some people may even end up needing housing assistance. And once you've taken care of your housing, transportation, and all of that, then we start working with you in terms of making sure that you have your resume ready. You have you start to get tips on interviewing and job leads. In this very workshop, we'll focus more on the federal employment. So one of the big things that will prepare you for is to acquaint you with the veteran-related preferences, okay? For instance, you have the derived preference, which spouses of veterans, widows, and other people who are related to a veteran can take advantage of, especially when the veteran is not able to use those preferences, okay? So if you're a spouse, you can still enjoy that. We have the 0-point preference for sole survival from a military family, and you can always take advantage of that too. There's a 5-point preference. I've made this into notes because of the time frame that we have, so that you can also take the handouts and go over them at your own free time so that you can see all of this. So all of these preferences are there for you to give you a leg up compared to non-veterans, compared to people who cannot take advantage of these preferences, okay? You have the 10 points, 5 points, 0 points, and derived preferences. Next slide. Federal jobs are usually posted on the USA Job website, www.usajobs.gov. Sometimes you have some of the jobs posted in state labor exchange system too. For instance, CalJobs. I work a lot with that, and we have some federal jobs posted in there. But the one that I strongly recommend you go to, which is going to be the pathway for you to connect to applying for the job, finding information about the job. Even if you got a job notification through CalJobs, you won't be able to do the application except you go through usajobs.gov, okay? There are 3 types of federal services, services employment that are available. You could look at the competitive service, exempted service, and a whole bunch of them. Now, we also want to prepare you to learn more about the hiring authorities, okay? These are tools that the federal government, federal agencies use to hire, okay? You have the direct hire authority, you have the exempted service appointments, the hiring flexibility, which has a whole bunch of different enacted laws by Congress that these agencies can use. Next slide. Okay. So the ones that I would like to touch on a little bit would be the Veteran Employment Opportunity Authority. That gives you an edge as a veteran, okay? You can look at the Veteran Recruitment Appointment Authority that allows the agencies to hire veterans from GS level 11, from 1 to 11 or equivalent, okay? So if you're looking at all of these various positions that are available with the federal government, then you may want to be acquainted with this so that you know the jobs or the authority that kind of favors you in the category that you're in. Next slide. You have the 30% Disabled Veteran Appointing Authority, okay? It allows for temporary appointments for more than 60 days, okay? If there are some temp jobs that they want to hire, if you know you fall in that category, you know that's a great way to get into federal appointment agencies. Then, of course, we have the Schedule A, which is open for people with disability. So we want to take advantage of that. Now, another great resource that I want to share with you would be the Selective Placement Program Coordinator. Okay, that's a person at any of the agencies that you may be applying to that will help you when you have disability to really advocate for you and help to find different resources that can be used to favor you or to give you an advantage over others. So take note of that. And that's a directory to find the SPPC that would be related to that agency that you're interested in. Next slide. Great. Still talking about job readiness, we want you to familiarize yourself with icons and hiring path within the federal government, okay? You see the icons, you could identify these by the icons or even by the title of the path that they've created, okay? So we'd like you to familiarize yourself with that, especially the ones that identifies you that for veterans. So once you're a veteran, you know, you're looking for jobs, and those job announcements will have these icons on them, okay? And once you see that and you see the icon that relates to you, please tap into that. You may have worked for, you may be in federal employment already. There are internal jobs open to people who are already working for the federal government, okay? You could look at the internal to an agency icon. If you see that, then you know you have a better chance at those jobs. So familiarize yourself with all of these different icons. That's another thing that we work with you on, just to acquaint you with that. Next slide. Okay. Now, what would we be doing with you? And what's your own responsibility? We want you to prepare a federal resume, which is quite different from a regular resume, okay? It would ask you for more details. Usually, the types that you want to create in your federal resume would include the work experience, education, your references, job-related trainings that you may have had. If you have some language skills, there are certain positions that are open to people who are bilingual, or even if you have proficiency in more than 2 languages, all of that can still be a plus for you, okay? Organizations that you're affiliated with, professional publications, and any other additional information, okay? Please take note, federal resumes do not really care about you having your personal address or personal information on it. Your focus should be on your skills and experiences, because the hiring managers are scanning through these to find out who has that skill that they're looking for, okay? Another big recommendation that I'll give to you would be to use the USA Jobs resume builder, okay? There's a tool on there that is called the Build Resume tool. Once you click on that, it can help you, and you just supply all of the information, and it will help you package or produce your federal resume, okay? And then when you're searching for a job, be sure to click on making your resume searchable, because sometimes federal recruiters can also go in and look at your resume, even where you haven't even applied for the job or even search for the job. They could search for you just by looking at the resumes that are in that very portal that has the skills that they're looking for. Then they reach out to you, okay? Make sure that you prepare yourself by reviewing and getting answers to certain agencies may have some questionnaires that they want you to fill out to complete. So just trying to find out more about the skills that you are trying to bring to them. Be sure that you get your supporting documents already, like your diplomas and your school certificates, your tenure papers, that maybe if you've worked for the federal government in the past, all of those records are needed. You get that all prepared or handy. Next slide. Okay. Now let's look at job exploration. Like I said, I've compiled all of this so that you can follow through with the notes, okay? You go to usajobs.gov, create an account, okay? And after you create an account, this is how the website is gonna look. Then you also have to create a USA Jobs profile. That profile will gather some more information, demographic information about you, okay? It's not just creating an account without the profile, because the profile starts to bring in some of the qualities that you have that would be there. So then you could start searching for jobs once you've created your profile. Now, all of the tools that we've learned about the icons and the pathways. We've learned about veteran preferences. All of that is going to come into play when you start to explore for jobs. Now, when you go on this USA job site, you pull up the jobs, you could search, you could filter it by city, by state, by county, you could search by occupation, whatever filters that you want to throw in there, you do that, okay? And it will populate the different jobs that are available. Next slide. In job exploration, you want to look at filter it as much as you can. Next slide. Okay, let's go to the application process. Okay. For the application process, once you've logged into that account, be sure that you're looking at the closing date for the job announcement. You want to apply for the job before the closing date. Sometimes it takes them time to take those job announcements off. So if you're applying, if you happen to not know and applying past the date and it just happens to still be on their site, then your application is not going to go anywhere. So please take note of the closing date. Open the job announcement, click on apply. Since you have an account in CalJobs, it will help you populate all of that. You start to follow all of the prompts, too easy when it comes to USA Jobs, usajobs.gov. It would really help you to just follow the steps. Now you start to take advantage of your veteran preferences and hiring path. You would have looked at the ones that apply to you and start to push that in there to make sure that you're claiming that. Be sure to click on submit my answers. Most of the applications are packaged that way. Once you've done your application, it's pulled up all the information from your profile. It generates your form for you. You got to submit it. And from USA Jobs, it would now transfer your application to the particular agency. Now, you want to verify that you have submitted your application. You need to go back in and look at the application status, okay? Be sure you do that because it will help to tell you if it went through or not, or if you are complete with your application submission process. Next slide. Let's talk quickly about the hiring process. The moment USA Job picks up on your application, it will be reviewed and then be sent to the hiring managers. They'll look at it, they'll pick the best candidate that they want that may qualify, and they'll notify you by email and also via your USA Jobs account. So you want to check the messages in there too, okay? And make sure that you're frequent with your email. Then you start to prepare for interview. Interviews can come in 3 fashions. You could either be by phone, could be by video, or in person. I'd like to talk a little bit more about interviews. If it's by phone, please be sure that you prepare yourself. You're in a secluded area where you don't have background noise, okay? At the EDD, we do offer assistance to job seekers. If you need to do your interview, you can come and we could schedule any of our open rooms where you could have some privacy. If it's video, be sure to adjust your camera to prepare. Now, if I move my camera on this laptop, it starts to shift. So you want to try out all of these things before your interview. And then if it's an in-person interview, you have to prepare yourself, take note. If you could ask the panel interviewing you whether you could take note of the questions. You got to ask for their permission. Sometimes they may even put it up on a screen for you or print it out when you're doing an in-person interview. So we do interview preparation workshops, and I recommend that everybody try and take advantage of that. When you hear us having those kind of workshops, please attend, because we'll be able to put out test questions and how best to answer those questions. Jennifer did talk about translating certain skills, especially for veterans. Some of the things that we do in the military has a different lingo when it comes to civilian world. So how you present that skill, that knowledge becomes a big thing, okay? Stay on top of things, be timely in terms of responding. Let's say they sent you an email to ask for some more information. You need to be timely on that because they may have sent out that message to other people that they're looking at interviewing, and whoever responds the fastest gets the chance. So job offer is next, and be sure that a background check is usually done on federal jobs. And please, final decisions may take up to 90 days from the deadline of the application. So be sure that within that period, you're following up and you're checking through. Next slide. I want to wish you all the best. And that's my information, and my email is at the bottom, where if you have further questions, you can always email me and I'll be glad. And I can also share whenever we have our workshops on interview prep. We have different workshops, and if you need any accommodation at the EDD, I can help to facilitate that, where you could take advantage of some of our facilities to help you with this process. Thank you for your time. I see Jennifer is up. I thank you all.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Wow, that was really, really great. There was a lot of really great information in there, even stuff that I didn't know about. So I am so grateful for EDD and for you and for all of the DevOps and I mean all the different assistants that's out there, translating things and like knowing which direction to go and make sure you click the right things to get that preference that you need. It's really important. So it's great to have somebody like you in their corner that can kind of direct you and navigate you through the process of, employment, especially federal employment, which is, it's a beast in itself, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
It
Thank
is,
you.
it is. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
All right. So here's all of our contact information. I also have presentation right there in the bottom where it says CalTAP, that QR code. You can get your phones out and just aim it at the screen there, and you can download the PDF. We also have our survey right there, our survey QR code. Please fill out the survey today. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know if there's something that we can improve on. Let us know if we're doing great. Those surveys we read every single day, and we make changes based on those surveys. So by you doing it, it's a gift to other veterans and other service members and their families, because we improve our program based on your input. So we really do value your input. Please, please, please do our survey. Michael, are you there?
Yes, I am here.
All right, are you ready to go over some questions?
Yeah, we had a few questions that came through. One question that I was able to answer, and I did have to do some research on it, but it was basically about time and service and how that contributes towards retirement, whether it contributes towards retirement in a government job. And from what I saw, and if anybody has any more insight, any one of the panelists has any more insight from what I saw, uh, it depends on the department. So if the department, if the department wants to, they can take that time into consideration. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's creditable service, which means that if they take it into consideration, it doesn't necessarily mean that it will go towards your retirement. So again, that all depends on the department, and at least that's what I saw online. So if anybody else has any more insight on that process, feel free to jump in. There was another question that came through. This one was about the service.
I think you might have lost service there. Let me go into the Q&A really quick. I think I'll just start at the top here. Said about was able to find online, looks like paid service. Is there any recommendations for navigating references if one doesn't have means to contact their previous leadership for the past roles through the military career. Well, you know what? There's a really, that's a great thing with social media these days, is you're able to keep connections. I would recommend to look up your previous employers or previous managers or supervisors through LinkedIn. A lot of service members, prior and current, use LinkedIn to connect on a professional level. So I would recommend going through LinkedIn to try to contact your previous leadership. If they're not on there, but you see that there's another member or supervisor that is connected with them, I would recommend that you contact them and ask them if they have that information. That would be my recommendations. The next thing is the driver's license identification card. How can you apply to get this process started? So to get the word veteran on your driver's license, all you have to do is take your DD form 214 to the county veteran service office, and then they will give you a form to take to DMV. DMV will then put the word veteran on your driver's license. So it's really nice, simple, easy. You cannot take your DD form straight to DMV because they are not accredited to read the DD form 214. So that's why you have to go to the county offices. But it's pretty simple once you get that done. Michael, did you want to, is there maybe a question I didn't answer in here? Sorry, we got disconnected. Oh, he's disconnected again. Are part-time jobs available for state and federal positions? Absolutely, there are part-time jobs available for the state. I don't know about the federal, but I would assume so. Manuel, is there part-time jobs with the federal side too?
Yeah, there are some temp jobs and for few months, and those are the kind of part-times that you find with the federal.
Yeah. So they're like interim jobs or temporary, as in like 6 months at a time,
6 months or a
sometimes.
year.
Yeah, things like that. When you're on our state jobs.ca.gov, you can look and filter for, part-time jobs or for limited time jobs or whatever it may be. You can filter it for that.
Oh yeah, the state does have lots of part-time positions, and like Jennifer said, you could filter that through. We share that with our customers every day.
Yeah. Will this PowerPoint presentation or recording be available after the meeting? So I do have the QR code up for you guys that will bring you to the PDF. And in addition to that, yes, this is being recorded, and it's about 10 days for the turnaround for this to go up on our YouTube channel. So just Google Calvet YouTube and it'll pop up their CalTAP or Calvet YouTube channel. From there, you'll just go to playlist and just go to employment, and then you can find the webinar on the employment playlist of our YouTube channel. All right, so while we're waiting for more questions to come in, I didn't get a chance to introduce Seven Mason. He is CSU's benefits coordinator at Los Angeles. Stephen, do you want to talk a little bit about what you do and what the Veterans Resource Center does?
Yes. Hello and thank you. My name is Seven Mason. I am the benefits coordinator here at the Veterans Resource Center at CalStat LA. Here at our center, we provide a most myriad of services towards veterans, active duty service members, spouses, and dependents of veterans, whether that be from assisting them with their schooling benefits, VA disability, webinars and info sessions just like this, connecting students with multiple resources for them to be able to get the things that they need done in a timely manner. We also provide a lounge area as well as free printing for students here on campus. And me personally, I can assist them with initiating their benefits, utilizing their benefits in a way that's fruitful for them or for their dependents, or just teaching them overall. I'm a veteran myself. I served in the military, in the Navy, actually, aboard the Eisenhower. So I'm aware of the programs. I've used them myself. I look forward to teaching and showing others how you can use them as best to your advantage. We also provide, like I said, lounging and then events as well. So events here on campus, we do tabling, we do pizza at the VRC, things of that nature, just to kind of build a community on the campus to where people can feel comfortable with our program and connecting with other veterans and civilians.
Thank you so much, Seven. And that is such a great resource, especially when you're going back to school after not going to school for a while when you're in the military, and just to meet other veterans. Not only that, like to have that relationship and that trust right away. There's something pretty special about when a veteran meets another veteran. It's an instant connection, and just knowing somebody's been there and somebody can kind of handhold you through navigating the overwhelmingness of this transition is really important. So thank you so much for what you do, and keep on doing it. Let's see, is there any more questions? Did you say this, the California State College tuition fee waiver is free for children of vets of 30% ratings? So the California tuition fee waiver for children of vets is available 0% all the way up to 100%. So 30% is included in that. Plan B, the student may not make more than the state poverty income limit, which is about $20,000 right now. So it's not based on the parents, it's based on the student themselves. It's not based on spouses, only the student. So yeah, 30% rating, you're in there. If you want to learn more about that on our website, just go to that little icon that's a little graduation cap, and I'll have all the education benefits. But if you go down, it'll say college tuition fee waiver. Plan B is what you're interested in looking at. If you want to call me, my number is on the screen right now. You can also call me and we can talk about it more too. Is there any industry type training, OSHA, Cisco, Microsoft for certificates available outside the GI Bill services? You can absolutely get assistance through Veterans Readiness Employment Program, and there's some other programs out there through the VA. So to apply for Veterans Readiness Employment, you do have to have a disability rating to apply for that. Also, you can go to Career One Stop. Career One Stop has the scholarship finder on there. So all you do is you go to Career One Stop, and at the top, there's a bunch of different headings. Just click on training. And as you go through training, it will say scholarship finder, so it can help you find that. Also, you can find internships also through training, and certificates. All that kind of stuff is going to be Career One Stop to go there to get that that training. So that covers it. We're a little bit. Oh yes.
Okay, I can quickly add on there. If you go to the CalJobs website and you explore the labor market information, it will show you all of the different skills and certification programs that you could also take advantage of. And at the EDD, the partners that would fund your training, that way they are at no cost to you. It will also link you to all of that. So that's another resource to tap into if you're looking for training.
Wow, that's powerful. Definitely powerful. Thanks for saying that. Take down Emmanuel's information if you're interested in learning more about what he just said. And Anthony is he's on another event now, but his phone number's here if you need to talk to him. So with that, we're a little bit over schedule, but I want to say thank you so much to Emmanuel, to Seven, to Anthony, and to Michael for being a part and participating and supporting and be partners and getting resources out to veterans. I want to say congratulations to all of you students that are out there going to school, chasing after those goals. Keep on going. There's definitely lots of resources out there to keep on going to school, getting that education, and also lots of resources for getting jobs after you're done with your education or during, while you're getting your education. So congratulations. Thank you for being with us, and please spread the word. Have a great day, everybody.